in Studio 366 for another post live at interview. Today I have Kahlulee here with me. It was absolutely really beautiful to hear you guys over the airwaves. You have a really unique sound and it's just so calming and so peaceful. So I'd like to ask you guys a couple questions to see where that comes from and how that comes into play. I'm curious how did we dip into music in the first place? What was the genesis of how we got here?
My friend down the road when I was in like 6th grade played music, and that's kind of where it started. It started before that, just tinkering around on neighbors' pianos and things like that, but 6th grade was when I really like picked up an instrument, and it was the bass for like a minute minute, and then drums for a long time. Drums.
Oh, I envy you. I really do. Drums are the best to play. There's so much fun to play. Do you still play drums? A little bit. Yeah, not like I did at all, but yeah, I definitely fell in love with the drums. Yeah. I see. For sure. Phenomenal. So how did we pivot from the drums to what we're playing now?
Well, okay, so I played drums through college and dropped the drums, and somewhere in high school I had picked up the guitar, so I had acoustic guitar. I started writing songs in college, and I met some folks in North Carolina when I did AmeriCorps. I worked with adults with disabilities, and we started a ukulele group. So I got a ukulele. Oh, wow. I was doing the ukulele for a bit, and that was our first album. Was in uking, and that's awesome. Yeah, through it all, I really had like physical problems.
Really?
Yeah, so I had like switching instruments, not playing instruments for a while, doing different things. So recently the harmonium, I thought that would be easier, but it's still. So I think the next genesis is Holly is also a keyboard player, and so I think I'm just gonna use the harmonium just for writing. Then performing and practicing. Holly and I will work together, and I think she'll do the keys and I'm just gonna sing, and then maybe you and your friends can come and bring in some other cool instruments, because we're always looking for more players, but we've had trouble finding people that stick, because Holly and I are kind of this like spiritual guru for lack. That's what's coming out. Like we have this very spiritual component to us, and it's like we have this revolving door kind of other people coming in and play with us, and it's not sticking because it's just, I don't know. That's my interpretation of it. So
it can be really genuinely hard to find people because there's a lot of musicians that go around, but to find people that you have a genuine kind of chemistry with to make the best music that you can. It takes a second, Right. Do you guys play? I know you play in a couple different groups. What are all the groups that you play in?
Yeah. So I am with the Star Sister Revival. This is a women's trio. I'm playing Folk on the Flow. Let's see, in this band. Beyond that, I do a lot of other things. But those are the main music groups that I've been working with, and otherwise I'm teaching or I've got student recitals coming up for the end of the year, and teach classes, middle school, elementary.
Oh wow!
Music classes.
Life full of music then.
Yeah, and then there is a whole other section of my life that's music and sound therapy. So
really,
some of that as well. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You do what's the prison thing through Carnegie?
Oh yeah, the Carnegie Hall Lullaby Project. I've been a part of that this past year, so that's a new outlet for the music therapy. I got to create lullabies for women who are in prison that have families, and so we created music for their children and for them to bond through the distance, and so that was pretty special.
That's
project.
Amazing.
So
what was that called? The Carnegie
Hall Lullaby Project.
Carnegie Hall Lullaby.
And that is happening, at least nationwide. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting. I hadn't heard about that one before.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. Yeah, and actually that came about through one of our library gigs out in Topeka. So.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Interesting how those things
Meeting
tend to
people
work
and-
out. Huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah.
Good to hear. Is this the only group that you play in, or do you also have multiple groups as well?
No, this is enough. Having the jobs and the dog and writing takes my time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I hear that, absolutely. Well, let's talk about more of that time that you spent. I know that you just passed out a couple of CDs. How many albums or how much music has this group culminated for you?
Just the one album.
Just the one album?
Yeah, we recorded that in March of this year.
And how did that go? How was that?
It was fun. We did it at Scotty Walker's studio, Microburst Studio here in town. And we did 3 days of 3 of us recording. We had Jim Gilkison playing the cajon. And
Wow. Awesome.
It's all live. So.
Really?
yeah, that's how I kind of, for one, it takes a lot of time to do it like track at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Like you go and play your part, record it, we'll get it. Next person goes and listens to it. I wanted like a live like we did tonight. That's how we did it. We just went in the studio and were prepared as best we could and went in and,
So it's authentic.
yeah.
Could use that word. Yeah.
There are a couple little blotchy things that we had Scotty. We could go in and like, okay, I need to play this chord and this. We did just a little bit of that, but really not much. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I've been studying that a lot in school. It's just different like ways to record stuff, recording techniques and whatnot. And I agree. When you go in and do like a whole live set, it comes out the energy that's captured in that technique. You don't really get it if you go track by track and just like kind of sterilely punch in things here and there.
You can. It's just there's just multiple pluses and minuses for each one, really. But
yeah, it's not one's better than the other, but they're different. For
yeah, yeah. You definitely. That's what we were going for. We wanted to capture like a certain sound. We want to capture a moment. Capture this moment. Does this moment feel good? Is this the take? Yes, this is the magic. We created the magic for this take.
Yes, absolutely. That's the best feeling. It really is. Was that your first time recording in a studio like that?
No, I did a album with the college band when I was playing drums in high school. I did when I was drumming still. I was the ska band here in town, the Second Hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
pretty much started that a group of high schoolers. There was this idea, and I just started getting everybody together to make this. And then I moved, and they kept playing, and they created an album that's out there. And that one and another. Yeah, I've done recordings, but this is like the first one where it's like songs I wrote and like that.
Awesome. Yeah, and for this project going forward, what are some things that you're looking forward to or some things you want to try with this?
Well, there's like different components to it.
Got it.
Right now, we're in this phase of creating the next album, but it's almost like as soon as we create this album, I was just saying I kind of want to turn it around and hand over the keyboarding to Holly, and I'm going to sing while I'm still writing with the harmonium, and maybe some other players will come in. I don't know. But we're going to the FAI, Folk Alliance International Conference in Nolens.
Oh, where is that?
New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
Nolens.
Okay, it took me a second.
So it's a good way to connect, make connections, and so we're stepping into doing things like that. Okay, like the next thing is maybe in Topeka. There's this TV thing where you can go in and play a song and do a small interview. So it's like just taking each step as they come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens, genuinely.
Yeah,
I like
you.
to keep up and know what goes forward. I'm curious, it really is like a very specific kind of atmosphere that you're curating with this music. And I'm wondering, what do you hope that this music does to the listener? when they hear it? What do you hope that this is giving to people when they receive it?
That's fine. I don't hardly ever, but I just write songs and I just try to find the thing that inspires me and that kind of lights me up, or something that I just like have to get out. And like the past 2 years, I've just been writing. I've written over like 200 songs in the last 2 or 3 years. I've just been like on this kick of just churning them all out. I feel like I'm a little bit slowing down, kind of shifting in a new job, but I have all this work, and we've recorded 9 of them.
Right.
So we have a lot of tunes to work with. But yeah, when I write, I've told it, like sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I have this lyric idea, or I have this song melody, and I'll kind of roll over and sing it into my phone and look at it the next day or weeks or months, or other times I just have this lump of time and I just sit down and I'm going to write something. So I don't think, like I said, there's this spiritual component, and that's usually always there most of the time. But it's like Holly, sometimes I'll show her stuff and she's like, no, this song's mean, or this song's this or that, or it's like, I'm like, well, this is how I was feeling in this moment. This is true for me in this moment. And you can look at a song and there's always multiple levels to the song. There's like this level that it's kind of this, and then the next level and the next level, and it's like, and that's really where the good songs come from, when it comes from this effed up kind of feeling sometimes, like I just got to get this out. But you're accessing all these parts of you when you can tap into that and write. So
Phenomenal. Yeah, well, so thank you so much for coming into the studio today. If we wanted to hear more or learn more about the group Kahlulee, where could we go?
Kahlulee. K-A-H, which is an honoring to my former name, Carl Allen Hess, with the K. Kahlulee, L-U-L-E-E.com. Kahlulee.com. And there's lots of stuff on there. We're also currently on all the platforms. I wrote a couple children's books. They're up on my website.
Really?
Sometimes Crystal Woman comes and visits. I do this podcast called Spaceman from Space. And it's again kind of like this, it's like trying to bring in spiritual ideas into a fun way, I would say. There's that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Lots of creativity and swirling about.
Well, that's good.
Channeled through all the arts, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we need. It's just more stuff being created, absolutely, at the end of the day. Well, fantastic. Thank you both so much.
She's good though. I told her like everything that I do, then she comes in and plays a part in it. It's better. So I'm very grateful to have Holly. 1 year so far we've been doing the creations.
Awesome. Here's to many more, right? Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah. Once again, thanks so much. Kahlulee.com. You can find, you can learn more about the group. You can listen to more of their music. They also have music out under the same name. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, folks, to 90.7 KJHK FM's live sessions on our YouTube channel. You can find more videos and more groups there, and you can also head over to kjhk.org to find out more about the station itself. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.